Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Derek, and this is my review of the Field 1 Force. This is a Marcelo Margot Signature Series Force. So funny story about this gun. I actually owned this same marker, the Marcelo Margot Signature Edition Series marker. Then I sold it about a year and a half ago. I saw another one come up and I had to buy it back. I mean, this is a beautiful marker here. Anodizing, you know, the brush strokes, with the light brush strokes on it. It came with the Ersaki grip, I believe. This is like a V1 rubber grip instead of the stock. I also have the stock grip for it, but this one had it on it already. Full V2 parts. With the bronze part there, the fire chamber. Now, this is the SSC bolt for it. Super stanchy. I'll talk more about this bolt in a second. So I'll just go over my overall experience with the Field 1 Force. It's a great marker. Very bad on air. I was actually surprised. I shot it, last year or a year and a half ago before I sold it. Then I shot it again when I bought this one about a month ago, a few weeks ago, and I forgot how bad this thing was on air. So me and my brother, he had a Adrenaline Lux Idol, and we were snapping back and forth at each other on the field, and we probably played a couple points, and by the end of the second point I looked down at my tank and I said, oh, I gotta fill up again. 4,500 fill, and I probably shot maybe 8 paws, and that's out of a 77 4,500 fill, right? So I mean, it's a very nice shot. It's supposed to be really good on brittle paint. I haven't broken a ball on this thing. It's a very unique shot. With the V2 parts, it has less of that ting noise, but it's still a very poppy shot. But I enjoy it. It shoots great. I think that this marker is very unique compared to your Planet Eclipse and your dyes and everything. This is like an old school. It brings back old school memories for me. So that's why I bought this thing. And I think for most guys who, played back in the day, they could pick up this thing and be like, wow, this reminds me of the old days. Because there's a lot of old technology used in this marker, which still competes very well today. The 4CIs, I mean, I think that's a really good eye system. Having boards on either side, and you can see on the board, turn it on for you guys. Ball goes in, the top, the bottom. That's pretty cool. Never had a problem with the eyes. The board's amazing. No problems with the board. It's easy to use. It just feels old, but I mean, still good for today. Grip feels good. The one big thing I like about this gun is the ergonomics. Ergonomics feels great. When you're looking down the marker, your eye just follows the barrel. It's perfect. It's amazing. Love it. The Aculock system. The Aculock system, it's a good barrel. I like it. I mean, oh well, can't get the insert out, but it gives me a little pain sometimes. But anyways, uses this insert system. I'll get another one out of here. Struggling to get that one out for some reason. So it uses these inserts here. No problem. Locks in place, as you can see really well. Not going to come out easy. It's a great barrel. Nothing to, go crazy over, but has inserts, and you could bore size your paint, no problem. So overall, V-neck lever, thumb wheel, trigger feels amazing. It's a good marker. Just feels old. The only problem I have with this marker, like I said, was the air efficiency. I don't understand why this thing gets 8 pods. I know why, but like, why couldn't they make it better than that? It's been 2 generations, I don't know how many iterations of, the Force. I was about to buy a waffle Force, and I had to stop myself from spending that kind of money to buy something else, because why am I going to invest my money in something that is so far behind in air efficiency? Is it that important to me? How many times am I going to shoot 8 pods? I don't know. Do I want to take a chance or spend the money on something that I'm probably not going to want to shoot as much as something else? Probably not. The only reason why you buy a Force too is if you want to support the Dynasty guys. Great guys, no problem. But just make this thing a little bit more efficient. That's all. If this thing was efficient, you get even 11, 12 pods out of a 77, no one would complain. The price too is expensive for this type of marker. If they lower the price, it'd be better. I mean, a lot of people would pick up this gun because it is a cool gun. So the case is really good. Compared to everything else, no complaints. Really good case. Has lots of storage. Parts kit. Place to hold your gun. That's all you need. Can't complain about that. Really good job. So, on to my review. I know a lot of guys in the Facebook group wanted to see this bolt here. The Super Stanchy bolt. You can see the soft face here. Okay, so this is how it came packaged to me. Came pretty fast. Shipping was awesome, and I'm in Canada. So, came in this little plastic container here. And this is where I had some issues that I posted on the Facebook page. So you take it out. This is the stock bolt here. See how smooth everything is? Just feels high quality, right? Pill tip has gone a little bit soft, so I ordered a new one. But I figured I'd buy the SSC and try that out, right? This looks like the original tip. But everything looks good on it. It's polished really well. It feels high quality. And I also got this here. It's like a 3D printed wrench. Plastic wrench. Okay? Well, as you know, on these bolts here, it could be a pain to take them out. To unscrew the bolt from the stem. Hopefully I didn't tighten this up too much. But this thing was on there. The stock one was really on there. You have to get a wrench, put on the flat spots, and unscrew it. Well, when I did that, I finally got it off. Trying a few times, find a proper wrench around the house. This is the only bolt system, and I don't know why they do this. Why do you need a wrench to take this off? Why? This is the only bolt in the freaking market that does that. It's ridiculous. But anyways, regardless, no problem. Have wrench, got it, unscrewed it. Took a little while. So I screwed this SSC one in, installed it back in the marker, aired it up, no leaks. Then I looked into the breech, and I noticed that the ball wasn't dropping all the way into the breech. It got stuck halfway in the breech. And it was weird. I was like, why is it doing that? So then I took the bolt, I degassed the gun, took the bolt back out, looked at it, and unscrewed it, screwed the stock one back in to the stem, aired it up, looked into the breech, it was perfectly fine. I said, oh, well, I hope they didn't make this bolt too long. They didn't. It's perfect. So I said, why the hell? Why wouldn't this go in? Well, if you look at the quality of this bolt, it's very hard to tell on camera, but maybe you can hear it. If I scratch it, you can hear how rough it is. Even when I slide, you can hear it just rubbing against the O-ring. It's like it has grooves on it. It's not polished, it's not smooth. Okay, this one, the stock one, it's beautiful, it's smooth. No issues. Right? This here, you could feel the milling, like however they machined it. You could hear it, right? So anyways, so the problem was with this, when I screwed this bolt into the stem, you could say I cross-threaded it, but it's because when they made this, the threads didn't line up with the stem 100%. Even when I was tightening this, you could see it wasn't threading on. It was catching in some places. It didn't screw in like how this one screws in nice and smooth. So anyways, so I figured that out. Made sure it was all the way down, because that's very important. You'll see that there's like a little groove where the threads end, and where this bottom of the red bolt, ends there. You'll see where it ends when you put it on. Make sure it's snug. Make sure it's all the way down. I didn't want to go crazy and hand tighten this and then screw it down with the wrench, and that can never get off again, because that will happen. I'll have another problem with getting it off. Was in the mood to do that. But even if you look at this bolt, I'm trying to get the angle here. Even the anodizing, when I opened the package, I noticed that the anodizing at the back wasn't 100%. No big deal. But I kind of was like, it doesn't look high quality. Not the highest of quality. But then I aired it up, put it in my gun, shot it. And I have to say, the sound difference is definitely noticeable. It went from a crack, the Field 1 crack, to more of a pop. More in line with, I wouldn't say as soft as the CS3 or as quiet as the CS3, but along the Gamma Core line, it sounded more like a Gamma Core style. It was very smooth. Just as smooth as, a CS3 or CS2 or an Idol or something like that. Very smooth. The stock bolt I found had a crack, and I also found like you could feel like the solenoid was working. Like you could feel whenever you shoot by your hand, you could feel air, like it was working. I kind of like that. It's kind of reminds me of old school stuff, but compared to the new stuff, yeah, that's what the old bolt did. This kind of eliminated that. For FPS increase or decrease, I actually saw none. I shot this thing. It was shooting. I have my chronoed at 290 on both, and they were shooting 290, in between 290 and 300. So that's where I chronoed it at. Now the soft face bolt, this one is like an open face, but it has like little grooves around it. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see that, but there you go. Right? That also came with the Planet Eclipse style with the 3 prongs, right? It's like a wheel, I don't know, right? But even this one, you could tell. Hopefully this could focus in here. It's gonna be very hard to tell. It's 3D printed. Like it feels, I think this is 3D printed. You could see, you could hear that same kind of machining grooves that I was talking about on the bolt. It has it on this. Will it make a difference? I don't know. But I know compared to, you know, Planet Eclipse and their style of this insert, theirs is not like this. This feels like cheap plastic. Will it work? I'm sure it will. But as for quality, I don't think it's the best quality. Right? That's just me being fair. But will it make a difference? I highly doubt it. So ultimately, do I feel like this bolt is worth the upgrade? Well, I'm the kind of guy who just loves paintball, and I love different markers, and I love different upgrades for different markers, so I would spend the money on it. The sound difference, to me, you could notice a huge sound difference. It's a lot quieter. It sounds like a different gun. If you put 2 and 2 together, I would say it sounds like a different gun, right? I didn't notice, you know, any paint breaking or any of that, so I mean, I have no problems with that. And looking at the back of this V2 bolt, you can see the air channels. And then this one here, you can see from the front. I probably could do, I might not be able to see. Oh yeah, very similar, right? This pillow tip insert, you know, was known for being very gentle on paint. I'm sure this one will be just fine as well. Right, so that's my review of the SSC. I think it's worth it. It says V1 on it. Maybe they'll make a V2 and a, you know, a better polished version of it. But I'm happy with it. Other than that little scare of screwing it on, and you know, I thought I might have cross-threaded. I was like, oh, I don't want to buy a whole new engine because I cross-threaded the stem onto the bolt. So I was like, please just come off easily, and you know, that was a nice little scare. But I got it off and I screwed it back on, and it was catching in some areas like I was saying, but it eventually went on properly, and you know, it shot great. So, but like I said, this is a great marker. They could lower the price on these things, and I think they would sell more. The anodizing on this thing is one of the best anodizing finishes. Whoever anodizes these, shout outs to them, because this is one of the best anodizing stock markers I've ever seen. They do a fantastic job. I know there's a V2 grip out that's a little bit wider. Would be interested in that. But this one feels good. I like it better compared to the stock one. So, what else can I say about this thing? ASA is beautiful, easy, screw on and off, no problems with that. You could put a flip lever, you could put a push. I mean, this one works just fine. Degases and gases just fine. The shot quality, if they made this thing shoot, see, it has that characteristic where it's, do you want to change it? Do you want it to shoot differently? Do you want it to shoot smoother or quieter? Or maybe not everybody's not into that. It'd be nice for me, but I kind of like it how it's different than everything else. If you try to make it shoot like a DSR, well then who's gonna want to buy this? You might as well just buy a DSR. If you want to shoot like a Gamma Core, I mean, just go and buy a Gamma Core marker. This has a unique shot, and I like it. I really like the barrel system. I don't know if you guys find this too. Put it down in the comments. But there's certain markers where it feels like it's just It's crazy to say ball on ball because paint matters, and you know that's what it comes down to, paint. But for me, the Planet Eclipse markers, even with the best paint, you'll get some, you know, variations and squirrely shots. You know how that goes. But with a DSR, with a 4th gen eye pipe, and with this, I don't know if it's the D10 system or whatever it is. Like if you put a ball in this breach, you barely get any rollback. That's another great thing about this marker. It's such a narrow breach and it works amazing. So that's another plus to this marker. But I find with the DSR and this and even the Idol, I find it just more ball on ball, less variation compared to a lot of the Planet Eclipse style markers that uses the prongs too, the little rubber detents on the inside. But I think because that breach is so small, I think that it helps the ball sit in there properly. So I think that's the biggest thing, and I love that. So I think that's it, guys. I mean, Field 1.4s, hopefully they make a G7R, that'd be cool. But even if they make, or Method, please make a bolt for this thing. There are so many people who love this marker, who just want a little bit better efficiency and maybe a smoother shot. If Method could do it, they would make a killing. This is a great platform for Method to do it. That would be fun, and I would absolutely buy it and promote that. Now, I'm not paid by anybody. I'm just, like I said, a normal paintball guy who loves paintball stuff. So if they could do that, that'd be sick. Really appreciate it. I'm gonna have a lot more stuff on my channel. I have a lot of cool stuff that I need to review still. I have an SL74 oil slick. I have a DM7 oil slick, CSL. I have a really special gun coming in. It's like one of the rarest guns probably out right now. That one's coming in, should be in soon. And I have a few other markers that I could review. So like I said, just a paintball guy. I love paintball. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you.